Hello everyone, welcome to this short bed practice. We're gonna do some bed yoga today. So here we are in my bedroom. Please don't judge me on my mismatched pillows and bedspread. So yes, I'm Sarah, my pronouns are she, her. Welcome to this bed yoga video. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel to get more YouTube tutorials and content about yoga for bigger bodies. So awesome. So what do you need for this practice? You need a bed. So wherever you sleep, it can be a big bed, it can be a little bed. What else do you need? You need some pillows maybe. And that's all we're gonna need for the first practice. And then for the second practice, maybe you wanna have a yoga strap or a scarf or a belt. So let's start. We're gonna start lying down. So I'm gonna lie down. I'm gonna bring one pillow down beside where my legs are gonna go. And I'm gonna lay down. I'm gonna move to the middle of the bed so you can see my body. So I'm laying here. You choose. Do you wanna have your legs out straight? This pillow's in the way. Or do you wanna have them bent? Wherever you are, we're gonna take a second. And we're going to breathe here. Maybe you wanna close your eyes. Notice how it feels to rest here. Maybe you want to bring your hands to your belly, feel your belly filling up with air. And then exhale. Notice how gentle this feels. Maybe we want to widen our legs out a little bit. If they're outstretched, they're in a V. If they're bent, they're in a wide, maybe like W shape. Breathe here. Notice how this feels. Maybe if your legs are straight, you want to bring them in. And we can think about bringing our knees down to one side. So I'm going to lower my knees down to the right. Notice if you could push that top leg down a little bit more. And then I'm going to bring my legs up and I'm going to lower them down to the opposite side. Noticing how this feels. Coming back to center. Maybe we want to take one foot and bring it over top of the other leg. You could also use a strap to like bring your foot up in this direction. It doesn't have to touch that opposite leg. You can also bring it in on the bed, having it like bent in as if it was over top of the other leg, but it's on the bed instead. So whatever shape you're in. And then we're gonna twist, and we're gonna twist towards this foot. So leaning down towards this foot, opening up the arms, looking over that front arm. This is my front arm. You can't see it. Looking over it. So I'm looking the opposite direction of the leg. If you want, you can take your hand on this near this leg and hold it down towards the body. Breathing here. And then coming back, lowering that down. Take a second. We'll come into that same shape on the opposite side. So taking that foot over or holding it up with a scarf or strap or putting it down on the bed. Taking a breath, and then we rotate down towards the other side. Breathing here. Doing that twist. And again, we can look away from the leg. Breathing. And then we can come back and bring that leg down. Resting here. Maybe you want to kick up one leg. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight, just kicking it up a little bit and then bringing it down, alternating. Oh, see how that feels. My legs are cracking. We can think about bringing our knees in towards our chest. You can bring them in straight, or because you have a belly, maybe you want to bring your leg out to the side. I often also like to tuck my belly and my leg flesh or fat away from one another, bringing that leg in and then alternating. So when I bring my leg out to the side, it's more like my knees coming out to the side around the belly. So, because when I go in straight, I get this like congestion, so I can't really go out as far. Maybe you want to bring both in, and you could link your feet together if you want. You could hold your legs up by putting your hands underneath your legs, but if that doesn't work for you, you could wrap yourself in a scarf, or you can hold, linking your feet I find helps hold the legs up. We can rock a little bit here. And then come to rest again in whatever shape you want. We're gonna grab a pillow. I'm gonna grab this pillow because it's within reach. We're gonna put it underneath our hips. So the best way to do that is to bring your feet up. This might be a little bit harder on a bed than it would be on the ground. And that's because it's soft. So we're gonna have to really push into our feet, lifting up our hips. And maybe we even wanna roll onto it. That might be easier actually. You can turn it around so it faces the right way. And now your butt and your hips are on a pillow. So not a graceful entrance, but you can either push into your heels, lifting up your hips, or do that roll onto it like I did. From here, let's rest. We're in a supported bridge pose. You could stay here for a couple minutes if you wanted. Well, in this video, we'll take a couple of breaths, but you can always stay here for as long as you want. Maybe you want to lift up one leg up towards the sky and open it out to the side. So we're laying it down on the bed. If you're in a single bed or a twin bed, it might be off the mattress. That's fine if it's hanging in the air. We're just opening it out to the side and then bringing it back, doing that same thing. And then resting again. Again, taking as much time as you want here. You can pause this video. You could stop doing this video and just stay here in this bridge if it's comfortable for you. Not that I don't want you to follow my video, but I'm just saying, pick what's best for you. And then maybe we want to take our feet, bringing them together, knees out to the side. And so that's bringing us into a butterfly shape. Notice how this feels in your hips with your hips supported. Does it feel okay? If not, and you have a pillow within reach, maybe you could grab another pillow, putting your feet on top of that. So now your hips and your butt and feet are supported. This feels really good, being super supported like this. And again, you could stay here for a few minutes. Resting, thinking about your breath. These are some excellent poses to do before you go to bed. You could do a twist here. You could bring up your knees, lay one leg out straight, and then rotate with that bent knee on top, rotating towards the ground. Maybe your hands are out in a T, and you can look towards one hand or the other hand. Take a breath, and then we'll come back, lowering those legs down again. We can then bring that other knee up. We'll rotate on the opposite side, twisting, breathing here. Maybe you want to look away from your legs. And then we can come back, legs out straight or legs bent. You can also push your pillows up like I just did. And that creates like a little height underneath your knees. Sometimes having multiple pillows there can really help, can feel really good to have your knees a little bit higher, and you don't have to hold them up. They're being supported. We'll take a few breaths here. Maybe from here you want to rest. You want to be in a restful state. Take a few minutes of silence.
Or maybe you're doing this right before bed and you want to snuggle into bed, go for it. I love practicing restorative yoga in bed. So that's doing some of these poses, but holding them for a longer period of time and just really supporting our body with pillows and resting. So thank you so much for this practice. I hope you enjoyed this bed practice. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and follow along for more tutorials.